Yes, hello, and welcome to Gibberish FM. This is James speaking. With me tonight, we have Heather. That's all you give out, isn't it? You just go by Heather, the mysterious Heather.
Yeah.
Or Sweet and Lou.
Heather's fine.
You can find her online.
You can ask me my surname if you really want. It's not very exciting.
Don't you worry about strange people contacting you?
My friends
Facebook
are strange. It doesn't make any difference if a stranger is being strange. It's no different to my normal life.
Alright.
Yeah.
You love the attention of freaky people.
I'm lonely. What can I say?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to, invite you over to hang out.
I'm not lonely right now, if that makes you feel better.
Just in general.
I'm good right now. Perfectly satiated in my social needs.
So what have you been up to?
I've been filming.
Alright.
Mm.
What?
Music video.
Oh, really?
Yeah. With Saul, my new favourite actor.
Really?
Yeah.
And
just because he was staring longingly at me for, a couple of hours, and it's like,
this would be like what it'd be like if I had someone to love.
Yeah. You can stare at me as long as you like. It's so nice and loving and sweet and lovely and oh dear.
You always make things sound so sad, Heather.
Thank you. It's a gift.
I'm sympathetic. I
No,
try to
you're
be.
not.
I have my new gadget here, Heather. It's called an iPad.
Do not care. It is a stupid machine.
Wait until you get one and you'll be like,
I'm not
oh
getting
my God,
one. I don't even have a computer. It's so lame.
Why don't you have a computer?
I can't be bothered.
Do you need some help?
No,
buying
I
a
don't.
computer?
No, I don't want a computer. Bar humbug.
Wait, you could stalk twice as many people on Facebook if you had one a computer, right? And it wouldn't distract. You can do it at home, so it wouldn't distract you at work. Yes.
I don't stalk people at work. Only in my lunch break. Speaking of stalkers, my friend from when I was 13 has just popped up on Facebook to say, "Hey, sexy," smiley face.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, sexy, and then a smiley face.
Mm-hmm.
Just then.
Mm-hmm.
With a poke, or was that a different?
No poke.
Oh.
Mm.
I'm
on the radio.
Oh, is that Stephen?
No, it's Paul.
Hi, Paul. Do you reckon he's listening? He's like
he's on he's a radio guy. He's on one of the commercial stations during the day or something.
So he's not checking it. Tell him to check out my, my own radio show. We're live now. That's what I do on Saturday night.
I wonder what he's going to say. I've told him that I'm on Gibberish. I'm like, catch up.
GibberishFM.com.
Is that your computer or my computer?
Yeah, someone's messaged me.
Kind of disappointed. Paul is the only guy that has stuck around. He's been around for 15 years.
Oh, give me a chance. I might.
Known you for 6 months, maybe. You really reckon you can withstand?
I can be incredibly stubborn.
I
have some friends that I keep around just because I'm stubborn, even though any logical person would have broken free.
Why? What's wrong with them?
Nothing.
Then why would normal people break up with them?
Oh right. Well, just because they. I don't want to get in trouble because there's probably some of them probably only fans that listen.
Well, I have no shame. I'm quite happy to say that I have some friends that are so boring, but I just feel bad and stay friends with them.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Like me.
You're not boring. See, the friends I actually hang out with aren't boring.
Yeah.
But the friends I keep saying, yeah, we'll totally hang out. Those are the boring ones.
Oh, right.
Boring ones.
Because they never actually commit to something, or just because you don't commit to them.
It's a mutual non-commitment.
I'm talking to Talia right now. I call her Dials.
Don't know who this person is.
So how was your filming? Did it go? Was it successful?
Well, the director was really
Has it
happy
left you
with
in a quandary, all this being looked at lovingly?
He was looking at me so lovingly and
It's just
longingly.
left you in a bit of a mess.
And I was pretending to be heavily pregnant as well at the time.
Okay.
So I was feeling all vulnerable and, sad and.
You like to get into characters and really possess them.
I do. Well, because I'm so boring, it's nice to be someone else for a while. Even if they are heavily pregnant and abandoned and very horribly depressed. What I would really be doing at that time would be napping. So it's much more interesting than me. But, yeah, so I'm staring longingly at poor Saul and feeling all of the lovely emotions that one would when you're staring at the father of your baby, your unborn child, even though it's just a scarf underneath my tank top and, 2 padded bras on top of each other.
No. If life had gone better, where could I be now? I might have been.
That's the thing. I would
really
never
great.
actually date him in real life. He's just a good friend. But I'm staring at him. I'm like...
But you'd still
just
maybe want to be.
come right here and, we can live happily ever after. And it was so girly.
Yeah. Now, I was going to get your opinion on certain things, Heather.
What's this? I have lots of opinions.
I'm just going to read you some headlines and ask you what you think.
Okay.
Naked staff turn rush hour into blush hour.
Awesome.
You read that headline, would you read on?
Yes.
This is what the article's about. Guess what the article might be about? Just from the headline.
Some kind of protest?
No.
No?
Naked staff, I'll read you the article. Naked staff turn rush hour into blush hour. May 18th, 2010. Who's it written by? It doesn't say who it was written by. 4 workers managed to liven up a dull commute by travelling without any clothes on.
Oh.
Passengers on the London Underground were shocked to see men and women riding the escalator and tube without clothes. The foursome, who covered their modesty with handbags and briefcases, attracted stares and gasps by it, but acted as if nothing was out of the ordinary. They were out promoting a new TV series, The Naked Office, that shows workers at struggling companies turning their businesses around. Despite it seeming a gimmick, yep.
Why?
Promo. Naked people always promo well. Didn't you hear that at Promo 101?
No, I didn't do promos.
I don't know. Despite it seeming a gimmick, Stephen Sufi, a behaviour change specialist, said that there was merit in workers stripping off in the office.
What?
For most people in the UK, going to work in the nude is a very daunting prospect, she told the Britain's Daily Mail. I believe this extreme process will help them push their boundaries and become a close team that trusts each other enough to get naked together.
That's awful.
That's the end of the article.
That is the worst article I've ever heard.
But doesn't that, you're like...
That is stupid.
Doesn't that make you want to get naked at work?
Get naked at work?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Okay, you know what I do. How stupid would it be if I rocked up naked to work?
Maybe you guys would work better as a team if you did.
I really don't think so. And considering the last place I was at, I would really, really, absolutely not be naked at my last work. Oh my God. I was the only girl. I was the only girl.
Oh, you're the only girl at your work.
And 5 blokes. All completely... more rude than the last. 10 times more rude than the last one. And more crass and more beer drinking, guzzling bastards.
Really? So I should never offer you some beer?
No. Beer is fine. It's just men and
people
beer.
People who drink it.
Men, beer and sport, bad.
Okay. So I
bad
should not
combination.
invite you to a sporting game.
No. If there's men in sport, then I'm very much not safe.
But if they had the clothes on and were drinking beer and watching sport,
no,
that'd
still
be
not
fine.
safe.
Okay, still not safe.
No, I stay away from sport as much as I possibly can. And if there are men involved in sport, there's going to be beer. And all the vice versas. So, yeah.
Okay,
not safe.
fair enough. Well, how about this? Peruvian mum, Julia Manahoawi, bed-bound for 6 months by N-cup breasts. N-cup breasts.
Why would she even bother wearing a bra? She's not even getting out of bed.
Well,
You don't wear a bra to bed.
Well, that doesn't mention a bra. Or are you saying that...
Well, N-cup means that's her size of bra.
Yeah. So they've actually had to measure it with a bra. Okay.
Get the tape measure out. That's the cup size.
She had to have drastic surgery to reduce the breast size. Mother's breasts grew to N cup size. Doctors cut 35 pounds from her chest.
Yep.
Fear that breasts would squash her lungs.
Fuck yeah. It's disgusting. N cup.
This is based on a true story, apparently. The Sun reported that Julia Manawi's chest grew to a gigantic N cup after the birth of her third son
tumors.
7 years ago, leaving her unable to move.
Yeah, tumours.
Tumours?
Yeah.
Oh. It was awful, she said.
I bet.
If I tried to get up, I would faint because my breasts were so heavy. Ms. Manawi, 29, who lives in northern rural Peru, was finally helped when local media paid for her to take a 3-day boat trip to the nearest town for medical help. Doctors diagnosed an extreme form of bilateral gynecomastia.
Mastectomy?
Show
me. Gynecomastia.
Gynecomastia?
Something
An
to do
illness
with
where the
being a woman.
mammary gland keeps growing. They had to cut 35 pounds of flesh from her breasts, fearing they could squash her lungs and kill her. She emerged as a size 34B after a 6-hour operation.
Ah.
Before the operation, I couldn't do anything. I just had to live with it. It got so bad that my breasts were touching my legs, she said. I have always had a small build, and the stress on the rest of my body was agony. There you go.
Yeah, she could share some of that boobs around, you know.
Hand them over.
Yeah. I think they've just found the cure for small tits disease.
Is this something that troubles you?
Totally. I was topless today in this music video.
Oh, really?
And well, hidden. You know,
Yeah.
they just showed back. Yeah, mostly just back.
Yeah,
If there's any thing showing, she's not gonna keep that bit because she's kind. Yeah.
You hope.
No.
What did you sign?
I trust her. I signed nothing because it means nothing.
She might be selling that on the internet right now. The highest bid.
Nah, I doubt it.
Amateur man. It's a hot hit new thing.
No, I trust her. Even to my detriment, I'll still trust her. She's fine. I've lost my train of thought. God damn it.
And you're worried about your breast size.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Saul was playing this game where it was pretty much like, I'm leaving you because you have shit tits.
Alright.
Yeah, just to get me really upset.
Okay.
Yeah. It just made me
I worry about your sanity sometimes. You just let guys sit there and stare at you naked and go,
I wasn't naked. I had pants on.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
And it was in a work situation.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Sort of. An acting situation. I had a doona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was very well covered.
Okay. Well, moving on. So you would never consider getting breast implants?
No.
Why not?
I don't want fake boobs.
Okay.
I think that's way worse than having small boobs. I'd rather have small boobs than fake boobs.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Plus, I don't want to go through that pain.
Oh, really? It hurts.
It's surgery. Of course it hurts.
But it's like getting wisdom teeth out, right?
I've had my wisdom teeth out. I don't want to go through that again.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. Would you get breast implants?
I've been thinking about it, yeah.
Yeah. How big?
I just want more of a handful, you know? It's only
But
got
more than a
half
handful would be a waste.
Pardon?
More than a handful is a waste. Marie Antoinette.
No, as in more
towards
of
a handful.
Yeah,
More
yeah.
Yeah. You need
Wouldn't
a
need
smaller
much.
hand.
Just a little bit. You know?
I'm sure.
And then I get to like sympathise with all the other women that, you know, I feel like I went through something.
Well, when you do it that way, like I've got more than my handful, but I'm a
But
girl.
look at...
Yeah, it wouldn't feel that. No chance.
I thought you were going to compare your...
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
see? Tiny.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's why I should get small hands. Maybe I should get hand
Exactly.
reduction surgery.
And then, oh my god.
All these girls'
Huge.
breasts would be awesome.
Yeah.
No, I
That's
don't-
right.
You can have awesome breasts. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next article. This is the headline. Dad forced son to eat bad school report.
What?
Dad forced son to eat bad school report.
All right.
What do you think this article is about? Would you read the article after reading that headline?
He had to eat it.
It's from Saturday 29th of May. Is that today? Yes.
Why would he eat it?
I don't know. I'll go into it. I'm just like, from the headline.
What a horrible person.
Does that sound interesting to you?
No.
No.
That sounds abusive.
So you wouldn't read the article?
And a non-story. Like,
you don't want me to read the article?
That is not a newsworthy article.
So don't read it?
Did he get charged with anything?
Well, do you want me to read it?
Child abuse? Any child abuse?
You have questions, though, after reading the article.
Okay, no, I don't. No, I take it all back. I have 0 questions.
Okay, fine. I won't read it.
Good.
Oh, well, that's all I've got.
Oh.
I was hoping you would be like, yeah, read it, so that I would have something to talk about.
No. We've got lots of other stuff to talk about.
Okay, this is the headline. It's in quotes. You're right, Judge. My son is scum.
Whoa, that's mean. What did his son do?
I don't know. Do you want me to read it?
No.
But see, the headline makes you want to know what happens, right? No? Do you want to hear the blurb? The father of a church vandal says a sacked judge was right when he called his son absolute scum.
No.
Still not interested?
No.
Okay. Irate fast food customer uses taser.
On himself?
Do you want me to read further? Are you
No.
interested for the headline?
No.
Would you like to hear the blurb?
No.
I always like to say that was during a mayonnaise incident.
Okay, tell me about the mayonnaise incident. I'm curious.
So they should have included that in the headline, you're saying?
Mayonnaise incident causes patron to utilize taser on another.
Would have been better, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Key points. Customer threatened Wendy's worker with taser. Chased worker with the stun gun, police say.
I mean,
Irate over not getting sauces with their order.
What a loser.
2 Florida women were facing charges overnight after police said they threatened workers at a Volusia County fast food restaurant with a taser. The alleged incident took place at the drive-through window at Wendy's in the Daytona Beach area on Monday. Employees say Melanie Reed and Katrina Bryant used profane and discriminatory language. Witnesses say the women were mad because they did not get the mustard and mayonnaise packets they requested with their order.
Oh my God.
Police say Ms. Reed chased one drive-thru employee through the kitchen area of the restaurant, armed with a stun gun that was turned on and making electronic noises,
so she
according to police
had a stun gun
report.
with her before she entered the premises, obviously.
Apparently, yeah.
Yes.
This is what living in America is like.
And this is why
You've
I do
thought
not
about-
go to America.
You've never been to America?
No, and I'm never going to America.
Oh.
No, last guy I dated criticized me for refusing to go to America, actually, because he's very keen on going and living in Texas, of all places. I'm like,
He's
no,
like,
thank you.
So you could have gone and get married with him in Texas.
I know.
But you gave it up just because America.
Yeah. No, I didn't. No.
Okay. Police say Ms. Reed chased one drive-thru employee through the... Oh, no, we saw that. Holly Hill Police located the women's vehicle in a parking lot of the Charleston House Way apartments. The women left in another car but were stopped. During a search of the women's purses, police said they found a pink stun gun.
Awesome. With rhinestones?
It doesn't say as far as I know. Miss Reed told police she was in fear of her life during her argument with the Wendy's worker. Ms. Reed faces a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Miss Bryant is accused of being a principal to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Awesome.
Entertaining story?
Not bad. Not bad.
Gay dogs not welcome, Dinah told.
Oh, God. That's terrible. Dogs can screw whatever they like.
Restaurant fined for refusing a blind man entry because it thought his guide dog was gay.
That's ridiculous. Where are you getting this crap?
It's from News Limited.
Nah, crap.
This
That's
is by
terrible.
Sarah Meny, Sunday Mail, South Australia. A restaurant in the northwest suburb of Adelaide that refused a blind man entry because it thought his guide dog was gay was ordered by the Equal Opportunity Tribunal to pay him $1,500.
Why on earth would you ever think that the animal was gay? I mean, was it wearing a bandana? I mean, there's nothing that's going to give it away specifically, really. It's a freaking dog.
Adelaide.
It's difficult to tell the gender of a dog unless you're specifically, given that information.
Maybe he had it all hanging out, all the pink bits.
Or it could just be all hanging out. But typically that's not what is done.
Well, let's read on and find out. The Sunday Mail said Ian Jolly, 57, was barred from dining at the Thai Spice restaurant in May 2009 after a staff member mistook his guide dog, Nudge, for a gay dog. What, instead of a guide dog? A tribunal heard this week. A statement given by the restaurant owners Hong Ho Ti To and Ann Hong Lee said one of the restaurant's waiters said that Mr. Jolly's partner, Ms. Chris Lawrence, stated she wanted to bring a gay dog into the restaurant. So it was a language miss.
She just said it wrong. Oh my god.
Mr. Jolly and Miss Lawrence refused entry to the restaurant, which displays a guide dog's welcome sign, even after providing staff with a guide dog's fact card. At an Equal Opportunity Tribunal consultation hearing on Friday, the restaurant agreed to provide Mr. Jolly with a written apology and attend an Equal Opportunity education course in addition to paying him $1,500. The staff genuinely believed that Nudge was an ordinary pet dog which had been desexed to become a gay dog.
What?
A statement from the hearing said.
That is so stupid.
Mr. Jolly said while he was happy with the result, the embarrassing incident had dampened his enthusiasm for eating out at restaurants. It gives you some comfort that equal opportunity is there, he said. But I always have that fear now when I go out. I just want to be like everybody else and be able to go out for dinner, to be left alone and just enjoy a meal. Thai Spice refuses to speak to the Sunday Mail when contacted for comment.
That is stupid. That is so stupid. The iPad, the world's most expensive rectangle.
Yeah. Is that what you're reading?
Yep.
How's the stalking going?
I gave up on the stalking. I've done enough stalking for today, I think. My whole 5 minutes.
Fair enough.
Well, I had 2 hours with the guy today, or thereabouts. And I spent most of the time just staring at him and, mucking around with lines. And
he didn't go, yo, you want to hang out afterwards?
No. Not what I was after.
Okay.
No. I was hoping someone would suggest, how about we, I don't know.
Why don't you
do
suggest
something
it, Heather?
romantic.
You could be like, I'll be totally down with, just showing a romantic scene.
We had a really sweet scene where he's holding onto my hand. But that was it.
What was it like to touch another human being?
Oh, you're so mean to me. It was fine. It was very sweet. And then it finished. And nothing happened.
Did you hear about Gary Coleman?
He died.
Fell over or something like that.
What?
Brain hemorrhage. 42. Tragic. We're not that far from 42.
Brain hemorrhage. Yeah. Well, it could happen at any time. It could have an aneurysm, never know.
Yeah, that's what
And then
happened. Yeah.
It's very sad.
Drug dealer caught by tsunami warning.
Huh? I don't know how those two are connected.
A drug dealer attempting to move his cannabis to higher ground is arrested by traffic cops.
Awesome. Now that's a story I like to hear.
Oh, you want to hear more?
Dumbass criminals.
When a tsunami warning hit New Zealand, Richard Carlson had to move his cannabis to higher ground. So the 57-year-old had nearly 8 kilograms of the drug stashed in his car when the police spotted a broken taillight and pulled him over on the North Island. Judge Tony Adine said police found 15 plastic bags of cannabis in Carlson's vehicle last September. Carlson said he was moving the drugs for a fear of a tsunami. Although the weed was mouldy, it could have been worth 30,000 Australian dollars in good condition. Carlson pleaded guilty to possessing cannabis for supply and was sentenced to 12 months home detention at Gisborne District Court. It's a great story. What are you researching?
Bieber.
Beavers.
Justin Bieber.
Who's that?
Some kid that sings and everyone loves him, but I have no idea who he is. Yeah. Apparently he swore and
He swore?
yeah, I know.
How old is this kid?
Like 17, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You're not allowed to
16.
swear until you're 18. Everyone knows that.
Grow up. You can swear as much as you like, whenever you like. I don't care. Unless you're 2 years old, and then I take offence. If your first word is something foul, I'm a little concerned.
Prison inmates must pedal to watch TV. A
I
new
like that.
program forces prison inmates to pedal exercise bikes to generate electricity for TV sets.
Well, why don't we have that at home too?
I don't know.
All the fat people can
Yeah.
work for their TV.
I'm going to do that one day. I want to rig that up.
Really?
Generate my own power.
What if you're sick? I mean, that's my problem with it.
I just don't watch TV.
You can stick a mouse in it. And put it on.
This is my favourite headline so far. Man's porn addiction crashes rail network.
What? How?
A rail worker is slammed by his bosses for crippling a train network by looking at porn. I want to read that, please.
There was one guy at the audition today.
He was looking at porn.
For the play, and he was like the best actor I've seen in a while. He was just perfect, and it looked so effortless. It was just really incredible to watch. And he tried out for 3 different parts, and I liked all 3 different ways he did it.
Oh, so you watched him.
Oh yeah, no. Well, you audition in front of the other auditionees.
Oh, okay.
In that time slot.
Okay.
So I had the 2:00 time slot, and there were about like 7 or 8 of us. And we did all our monologues first, and then we did some of the group work, the pairs, and this guy was just consistently awesome. And then there was this other guy that kept dropping NIDA, and he's just like, oh, when I went to NIDA, I did this and this and this. That's fantastic. But right now, you're not doing a very good job. It was really...
This guy was doing better than
Yeah, this other guy who, didn't have to drop any names or anything, he was just incredible. But NIDA Boy just thought it was his ticket to every single play he ever auditions for. All he has to do is say, I went to NIDA, and he'll get the play. If he gets in, I'll be so annoyed, because he just... It was... Oh, except for one bit that he did that was really good. The rest of it was really boring. And he just did it as himself. Really super gay and over the top. Right. That's not acting. You're just being you. That's not even close to the character. Not
maybe
even a little
him
bit.
is
a
theatrical performance every day of his life.
Well, yes, I believe that, but the characters are not like that. No, the characters are not like that.
Every day.
There's a 17-year-old boy that you're supposed
to be playing.
The
world is a stage, and we are but players.
Like, he doesn't talk with a lisp, and he's not all gay and super, like, preppy. Not even a little bit. He's supposed to be a typical 17-year-old teenage Aussie boy that likes football.
But maybe the producer's like, this could be something different. This could be interesting. What if the gay football lover was like loving stuff?
See, I could see him as playing one of the characters, but only because his face suits that role, but nothing else suited it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I'm glad I don't have to pick who has to go in that play.
Yeah.
But they said they didn't have any older guys audition at all. And there's 2 roles for older guys.
Yeah, it's probably always hard to find older people, because most people have given up on their dream of being acted by them.
Yeah. Well, I was going to call...
your father from this.
What's his? I was going to call him too. I was going to call Paul, and I was also going to call but I don't have Is it Rob? Yeah, it's Rob.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to tell Rob he's older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have his number if you want.
Yeah.
I think he's married though.
I'm not like that. Oh my god. I was going to tell him about the audition and how they need older guys.
Okay.
To audition if he's interested. My god. Yeah. No.
Well, okay. You guys want to hear the rest of the story? Swedish rail worker was slammed by his bosses for crippling a train network by looking at porn.
Ha.
Investigators found that there were so many viruses infecting the rail network's computers in Gaville, 160 kilometres north of Stockholm, that they were incapable of running trains safely. His outraged bosses gave the signalman an official warning, saying that the thousands of passengers and hundreds of cargo trains were put at risk by his porn addiction. A report into the scandal said the 52-year-old worker, whose name was not released, regularly missed his shifts at network controls because he was too tired to work after being up all night ogling saucy internet
Why
images.
can't he do it during normal work hours?
I know. I mean, come on. One frustrated driver reported that the man slept soundly at his post while he waited permission for his train to enter the station, but union bosses said the official was too harsh. A letter would have been more appropriate, one union official said. Porn not a problem until it takes all day. Study.
What? I don't understand.
Viewing pornography online only becomes a major problem when taken to extremes, says an Australian researcher. A study on how porn affects people's work, finances and relationships is being led by Dr. Gamarthi Sitharan at University of Sydney's graduate program in sexual health.
Hey baby, I'm doing a porn study. Want to come back to my place and watch porn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Viewing porn online becomes a major problem only when people become so preoccupied that they spend 16 to 18 hours a day doing nothing else but watching porn, with serious impacts on relationships, work, studies and finance. Man, I don't think I have the attention span to do anything for 16 to 18 hours. In recent years, we have seen increasing numbers of clients coming to counselling practices with online porn addictions. They come from all walks of life: students, teachers, lawyers, health practitioners and priests. Often they will come to counselling with another problem, and an underlying problem of addiction to internet porn may come out after 2 or 3 sessions. The sensitive nature of this issue means many people find it very hard to talk about. Internet porn addiction is a growing problem, partly due to its easy accessibility, Dr. Sitharan said. She hopes the survey will further scientists' understanding of internet pornography addiction and how best to offer assistance to overcome it, as treatment options are limited. Dr. Sitharan said she hopes for broader public discussion of this issue, particularly given the recent spotlight on sex addiction due to the case of shamed golf star Tiger Woods. Members of the public are being invited to take part in the survey, which can be done online.
It's a rubbish addiction.
Oh, we can do the survey for.
What? A sex addiction survey?
How many hours a day do you look at porn?
0.
Oh, sorry, you have a computer.
I'm in front of a computer all day at work.
Do people look at porn at work?
Yes, they do.
Oh,
I have
really?
caught so many people looking at porn at work. It's disgusting. It's okay. At least 3 people specifically spring to mind.
Yeah.
Only one of them I didn't actually catch myself. It was a friend of mine that caught them, and they told me about it.
Right.
The rest of the time, it's disgusting. Oh,
what were they? So it was like their lunch hour, or just
no?
You just
We were
come in
talking
for a meeting and they're whacking away.
The one that's a friend of a friend. Who works at my office, he was just looking at boobs. Yeah. I'm just like, well, that's not very exciting. Well, I'm a guy, I don't care. But, I mean, he wasn't looking at anything particularly graphic. Yeah, so... he
got away with it.
Yeah, it wasn't offensive or anything like that. But the 2 other guys, they were flaunting it at the office. Absolutely flaunting it. And they were, like, emailing it around, going, hey, check out this.
Oh, really?
And they were being really disgusting about it.
2 girls, 1 cup?
What?
Did they email around 2 girls, 1 cup?
I don't know. They were pictures.
Okay.
I assume that's a video.
You?
I was there when they were doing it.
Okay.
They were like looking stuff up on the computer when we were talking about work stuff, and then they moved their like monitor around to show me. It's like, oh hey, get a load of this. I'm like, what is that? And it's a girl in a bikini. And what are you doing looking at bikinis while I'm talking to you about work? That's disgusting. And he's like, oh, it's awesome. And there'll be some sort of car or something involved as well. It'll be like, check out this awesome engine. And P.S. those tits are great. Something stupid like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy, he would have been early 30s or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. You're doing this at work in front of a junior in a work situation at 10 o'clock in the morning. What the hell is wrong with you?
They never actually get the secretaries to help them find porn, do they? No.
I didn't ask. I don't know. I shall find out. I'm having lunch with my secretary, my ex-secretary, on Monday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we ran into each other last night, actually. I think she was high.
Was it the play?
After the play, I ran into her
okay.
on the street when I was saying goodbye to my family.
You thought she was high.
Well, my
In the
brother
streets of
brought it
Perth.
up, actually. She's like, was she high? I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's like, well, kind
Oh,
of.
so you went to the play as a family?
Yeah, Mum, Dad, my brother, we all went to the play together.
Okay.
Because they're being more supportive of my acting stuff by coming to the theatre with me.
All right. So
And-
originally they weren't? Or
No, they always were. They just didn't know how to be supportive
okay.
other than, yes, dear, no, dear, of course,
so
dear.
they're like, oh,
whatever
I
you want,
heard
dear.
this play is on at the theatre, so would you like
No, well,
to
my
come
brother
with us?
did this one.
Okay.
And it was Waiting for Godot. And
Yeah.
he heard about it first, and he's like, oh, we have to go. I'm like, oh, my God, is that coming to Perth? Are you joking? Oh, my God, we're going. And he got Mum to buy us tickets.
Yeah.
Woohoo, free tickets. And then, of course, Stephen is late. He rocks up late, gets locked out, and so he doesn't come in till the second half. And the first half was bajillion times better than the second half.
Yeah.
I don't know, purely just because of the crazy, oh my God, it's Ian McKellen.
All right.
Oh
Okay.
my
Yeah.
God, it's so awesome. It was brilliant. It was bloody stunning. And Mum actually
Is that
asked
how he
me.
speaks? It was bloody stunning.
Well, no. Well, in the play, he plays Gogo, and he's a bit slow, and I'm going to say senile. He's quite elderly and in a lot of pain most of the time. Crippled by arthritis, and he has a very bad memory, and he'll forget where he was. And he's like, "Were we here yesterday? I don't think we're. No, I'm pretty sure we weren't here yesterday. And it's a play about nothing.
Yeah.
But I really
It's about
liked
the journey.
There's no journey.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not about the journey. It's about the struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're waiting. And it never happens.
So like in a bus stop, just waiting to die.
Like at a bus stop, but not at a bus stop. But they are waiting to die, essentially, even if they don't acknowledge that they're waiting to die. But they do talk about death quite a lot and committing suicide.
All right.
They look at the tree, the aptly placed tree, and they're like, oh, we should hang ourselves to pass the time, really. And then they have a debate about who should go first, because the other guy is heavier than Gogo.
Yeah.
So if the bough can withstand his weight, it'll definitely support Gogo. But if Gogo goes first and then it breaks, then
there'll be no branch left to hang though.
Yeah. So they'll be all lonely.
Yeah.
So it's quite a depressing play, but beautiful.
So there's only 2 people in it?
Well, no, there's 5.
Okay.
There's the 2 main characters, and then...
So why don't they all get together and be friends?
Good question. No, not possible.
Some are baddies.
Well, even the 2 main characters aren't very... I mean, they're very good friends because they're just very old friends, but they fight a lot, but they make up a lot. So they've been through
Does it have a
everything.
happy ending?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Not really, no. I'll say slightly happier than when it started.
Okay, right. So it's not just generally a depressing affair.
If you let it depress you, it will depress you, but...
But it's kind of like you're staring at people that aren't happy with those, so it makes you happier. Is that kind of thing? It makes you happy.
I tried to focus on that and just go, oh, that's a beautifully tragic way to look at the human condition, and just take it like that, and not go, oh my God, my life is worthless, and there's no point in me working so hard and struggling and la 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 la, and having any thoughts about doing anything whatsoever, because it's entirely pointless. Tried not to think like that.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Helps get you through the
Yeah.
evening. 1 foot out of the grave.
Yeah.
That's a headline.
Yeah.
Guess what the article's about?
I have no idea.
Guess.
Guess.
Do you want me to blurb?
Vampires? Is it vampires?
I don't know. Maybe. Teenager arrested after digging up and stealing a foot from a grave says he just really wanted it.
A foot.
Yeah.
A foot.
Yeah,
A female foot?
He dug
Male
all the
foot?
way down there just to get a foot.
Was it an old grave or a fresh grave?
A US teenager was arrested Friday morning after he was found carrying a foot stolen from a Jewish cemetery. Police, who arrived at the scene at 3:30 a.m. local time after being called by a witness, said 18-year-old Daniel Wayne Staley approached them carrying the foot in a bag. The Dallas Morning News, blah, blah, blah.
What a sicko.
I dug it up from a nearby grave and took it from a Jew girl just because I wanted a foot, Staley said, according to a police report. Staley was charged with theft of a human corpse, the Daily Morning News reported. The cemetery is located in Pleasant Grove in southeast Dallas. He took it because he wanted a foot from a Jew girl. The world is a strange place.
It really is.
Man found driving drunk in toy Barbie car.
Driving what?
Driving drunk in a toy Barbie car.
As in drugs?
No, he was drunk.
Oh, drunk. I thought you said junk.
No. A man found driving drunk in toy Barbie car.
Oh,
Headline. A British man was banned from driving for
I think
3
we should
years
do
after getting
something-
behind the wheel of a pink toy Barbie car when drunk. Yes, that's banning from driving.
for
That would be
someone being inspired to do something like that, I want to know how to get to that place. Because I've never been inspired to drive in a pink toy Barbie car.
Maybe you should buy one.
I
Do you have disposable income? You're single.
Yes, I have disposable income. Yes, I'm single. Thank you for putting that out there. Yes.
Anyone who would like to... I should make you a special Jimmerish Femme email address. We have a dating
Woohoo.
game.
Dating game.
If you're interested in dating, though, with disposable income, you can
And-
contact us on Twitter.
Oh, that's such the nice thing for
Just
you
let us know.
doing.
Twitter.com/Jimmerish
So
Femme.
terrifying. If I get 0 replies, I'll be very sad. If I get any replies, I'll still be sad.
Oh,
There's no win.
it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
What if the man of your dreams just happens to be listening now?
Okay,
and he
Mr.
comes
Man
along?
of my dreams, if you're listening, you should definitely contact us.
Yep.
But James has to screen
What is
you
the man?
first.
What is the man of your dreams? Screen or screw?
Excuse me. Well, if you want to screw and test drive first, I would I'm very appreciative of test driving.
Yeah.
Thank you. Although that would probably be a deal breaker if he had
You're not into
bisexual or gay tendencies. No. Well, if he's with me, I really don't want him to be thinking about cock.
Yeah. But if he loves you, then you're always
If
thinking
he
about
also
it.
loves cock, that's really not
Then you
really
can totally have a
okay.
threesome with two
I
guys.
don't want a threesome with another guy. That's horrible.
But with a girl.
That it doesn't mean anything
Okay.
if it's with a girl.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's like with a bloody pillow.
Mm.
It's that inanimate. It just doesn't.
You don't care about. You don't have any females in life you care about.
Sure, I care about them, but I don't want to screw them.
What if he wanted?
Well, he's obviously
like
not
to
a
get
keeper
stuff.
then.
Yeah. Okay.
And if he's like, hey
That's a
baby,
deal
you know,
breaker?
we should totally have a threesome with that girlfriend of yours because she's so hot and, you know, I want you to be there and you can watch while I screw your best friend. No, thank you.
Deal breaker.
Yeah. If he actually loves me, I'll be enough.
Mm.
I would hope so. And he would be enough for me.
Yeah.
I'm very old school. Monogamy means monogamy.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean, oh, maybe I'll have someone on the side just in
Yeah.
case I get bored.
But what if he thinks about you while?
No, that's
No.
disgusting.
Okay.
That doesn't count. Has that actually worked? Are you joking?
I don't.
hey, baby, it's not cheating because I was totally thinking about you the whole time.
Has anyone got away with that, you reckon? I don't know.
If they did, they're dumb.
Yeah. Fair enough. So that brings me to my question. What is the ideal guy, the dream guy? For Heather?
Well, I can tell you what he's not.
Explain yourself.
Yeah. Well, for a start, he went to university, finished a degree. Doesn't have to be like anything in particular.
Yeah.
Just, university educated, check, good. I don't care where.
Yeah.
But not TAFE.
Yeah.
TAFE is not a university.
Yeah.
And no. I was thinking about it for a second. Would I accept it? Probably not. Not really.
Yeah.
It would have to be university.
Yeah. And you've got to set a bar, don't you?
Yeah.
Otherwise, just.
Well, this is more of a
choice.
preference because I've dated guys that have just finished high school or just finished like a couple of units in a degree or a semester here or there.
Yeah.
And it's been fine and wonderful and whatever, but would I marry them and procreate with them? No. Yeah. So university educated, more ambitious than me would be nice.
Yeah.
Like some sort of plan for the future.
Plans, Dan.
Something that they want to do, even if it's just I want to live happily ever after. That's acceptable. Not just I'll just see how things go. Just plod along. Sounds similar to live happily ever after, but it's not.
Yeah.
The plodding along is boring. I don't want to plod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what if he was like a criminal and he like had to travel the world dodging things? Would that be exciting? Would that be
no, that's not interesting or appealing in any way. I'd prefer a non-criminal. I mean, if they've committed crimes in the past, that's fine. I don't care. But as long as they're with me, they're not committing crimes, and they've paid their penance, whatever, they're done. Because I don't want to get mixed up with crime. It's not fun.
Yeah.
It's really messy and gets expensive having to bail them out and
they should have their own bail.
See, if I was going to commit a crime, I would save up some money for bail, save up some money for some like decent legal advice.
You gotta think ahead,
Yeah, I would plan in advance. Well in advance. I would pick the crime and go, I am going to do this and I am prepared to accept these consequences.
So you look up precedents and go what they had to pay bail. Yeah.
I would go, okay, well they did it this way. Like, for example, if I was going to go and steal something from a shop, I don't know what in particular, a packet of chips or something. If I wanted to because I'm starving, whatever. That would be my excuse anyway. I anticipate that being part of my excuse in any event. I would look up examples of where other people have been picked up for a similar crime and what penalty they got for it and see whether I accept that sort of penalty. And I would adjust my criminality accordingly. Yeah. So if the penalty was too high for stealing chips, I would probably go one step below and go,
steal some lifesavers.
Maybe some gum.
Yeah.
That might be a lesser charge.
Isn't there a certain price where if you steal that, it's like a different kind of charge?
Obviously, if you just steal gum, it's going to be real different than if you like knock off the entire till.
Yeah.
It's even more different if you have a weapon, if you're in company with another person. If you and in terms of weapons, the level of weaponry you have with you.
So if you two people steal a packet of gum together, you'll get half the sentence?
No, twice as much.
Oh, okay, cool.
Not really, but it's worse if you're in company because it's more threatening to the individual that has to deal with it.
See,
that's why.
4 fists instead of 2.
Yes, you could look at it like that. Yeah, it's just more scary for the poor person that had to get robbed. Yeah. Oh, and age comes into it as well, and your prior, criminal history and
so
things.
If you're 90,
if you're 90 and you've never committed a crime, this is why I'm going to be a little criminal grandma. I'll be 90 years old and just knocking off the local deli every now and then because I conveniently forget to pay for my milk when I go in to get the newspaper or something or other. And I'll get one of the baskets for my Zimmer frame or something.
Just chuck stuff in there.
Yeah. And then just,
I read an article about a woman did that, and she managed, over 3 months, she stole $20,000 worth of stuff.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah. So I would prefer a non-criminal.
Yeah.
In fact, if they were still involved in crime, it would be a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Especially if they still had contacts in that group. Yeah.
So they still went out to parties with the crims. Let's have a crim party.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but well,
it's like, you're not invited because you haven't done the time.
You haven't done enough time. Yeah, you're not part of the group. I don't know. Doesn't appeal. I like straight-laced and honest. Honesty is a big thing. Because if he's like done something really bad, like smashed up my car, for example.
You smashed up your car?
No. If a boyfriend smashes up my car and admits to it and goes, "Oh, I'm really sorry, I had an accident," and not just tries to cover it up and go, "Oh no, you did that."
Yeah.
I think I remember.
Oh, this has happened to you before? They're like, "You did that."
No.
Okay.
No. Just an example.
Right.
I can just see it happening.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
You have a very pessimistic view of the world.
It's one of those days.
Yeah.
I didn't get any, so I'm sad.
Oh.
Yeah. I wasn't assertive enough.
Poke Saul on Facebook.
I did poke him in real life, thank you.
Okay.
Yes. And I ruined that take because he couldn't keep a straight face because I poked him under the covers and he lost it. Yeah.
Fair enough.
But it got filmed.
Yeah.
It might be in the outtakes.
Yeah, okay.
The making of. Yeah. Heather poking Saul and Saul losing his mind.
Used to make a movie, it's called that, Heather poking Saul.
Kind of like Zack and Mary make a porno.
Have you seen that?
No.
It's not that great.
Did they do it in a coffee shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw a bit of it. Yeah. And they had like a romantic moment where they're suddenly in love and they're doing it over a bag of coffee beans.
Yeah. And it's like he's meant to pull out for the cum shot, but then she's like, "Oh no, come in me." That's
disgusting.
Because they were in love, but then, that ruined the take because he didn't come on her face.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That's all right. It's probably
I just don't understand that at all. I guess I don't watch enough porn to understand the cum shot. Is that supposed to be an important moment in porn?
Yeah, I mean, you get these videos, right? They've literally, someone in Brazil...
It's a bunch of blokes watching this stuff.
Brazil has invented a program, right? That will get a 90-minute porn video, and it's like a computer program that automatically pick out the start of the first blowjob, and then the orgasm, and then just put those two bits together from a 90-minute film into 30 seconds. It can automatically detect these things. And then upload that online. Trust a man to
come up with this. But why would another man be interested in watching another man blow his load?
Well, I've often wondered that.
Because that just sounds really gay. Because I have some friends who are like, "Hey, do you want to borrow my porn collection?" And it's been all just cum shots. I'm just like, what? Is there something hidden under the sheets there? So when I was at uni, I would get my girlfriends together and we would steal out all of our boyfriends' porn and we would watch it together and we would like make fun of our boyfriends quite openly.
Were they there?
No, they were forbidden. But we stole all their porn and we watched it and we were quite revolted because the one guy that was like the least likely, stereotypically speaking, of having the most disgusting porn had the most disgusting porn. He had like gang rape stuff. And I didn't like him to start with, and like no one liked him to start with. And
except for the girl who's
no, even then the girl before they started dating, she pulled me aside and she said, "Don't let me date this guy ever, ever, ever." And I'm like, all right.
I'm worried about your peer group.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe that's part of these problems you have
with blokes or with girls?
With blokes.
Well, I'm not really friends with most of the guys from uni anymore.
Mm.
I just kept the friends with girls and stuff.
And yeah, I mean, I've never found porn at all attractive.
That guy that liked the gang rape porn, now married.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, special.
Kids?
No kids, thank Christ.
Yet.
But he will.
Mm.
He's Catholic.
Yeah, oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, Catholics are into all sorts of crazy stuff.
So genius, really. They think that butt sex doesn't count as sex.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Someone's trying to convince you this?
No.
Okay.
This is the gang rape man.
All right, okay.
Yeah. He managed to convince his girlfriend, my friend, that it was okay for him to have butt sex because it doesn't count. And so he'll still be a virgin on his wedding day.
So he still practiced that?
No.
Right through? He gave in.
They started with the butt sex and then they quickly moved to normal sex.
Oh, God.
That's disgusting.
I think this guy
is messed up and horrible and, yeah.
Probably gay.
Oh, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Even before they started screwing.
Mm-hmm. And she was down with that?
Even before dating, even. Like, when you were at uni, and I'm like, that guy's a freak. Why are you talking to him? He has stupid hair.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm being mean.
Yeah.
He really has stupid hair.
Yeah.
And he really is a total douchebag.
Yeah.
It's not just me who thinks this. It's everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Douchebag. Central.
But she was totally down with it. She just went with the flow.
She just went with the flow.
Hmm. But didn't end up well. They're not the ones that got married, are they?
No. No, that guy dumped her and married some other girl.
Lovely. Happy story.
Thrilling.
Oops, sorry, I just freaked everyone else out. So you want to hear the end of that story?
Which one is this?
A British man was banned from driving for 3 years after getting behind the wheel of a pink toy Barbie car when drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Hutton, 40, leaped into the seat of the tiny electronic car, which has a top speed of just over 6 kilometres an hour when he was over the UK legal limit, the Sun reports. But a police patrol car spotted Hutton crammed behind the steering wheel, crawling along the road near his home in Essex, southeastern England, and pulled him over. Hutton admitted being a complete twit after he ended up in front of a Colchester Magistrates Court in Essex, charged with drunk driving. Speaking after the hearing, he said, "You have to be a contortionist to get in, and then you can't get out. I was very surprised to get done for drink driving, but I was a twit to say the least. I'm not unhappy with my punishment, just a little bit surprised." Hutton, a former Royal Air Force aeronautical engineer, modified the tiny car with his son for a college project after finding it dumped near his home. On the day of his arrest, he said he jumped into the 0.6 metre high vehicle to drive it to a friend's house to show him the results of the project. The white mini Jeep, which he could only drive with his knees tucked up under his chin, runs on batteries and goes slower than a mobility scooter.
Those mobility scooters can go quite fast.
Oh man, they're scary.
Up to 40 k's.
And they're quite silent, so you have to hope that people driving them have the mobility to actually toot the horn on it so you can get out of the way. Aren't you pleased that the world brought you that story?
No. Not at all. Oh yeah. Back to my dream man.
Oh right, your dream man, yeah. Sorry.
So we've got university educated and not a criminal or having any criminal ties.
Hairy.
Now, on the subject of hairiness, I could go either way.
Alright.
Because I was being appreciative on Thursday night of a particularly, semi-hairy man, because I've only seen his face, so obviously, I can't really comment. Beardy.
Yeah.
Yes, beardy. And dark beard as well.
Yeah.
Because...
Do you like him dark and handsome?
Tall, dark and handsome, you can never go wrong with tall, dark and handsome. Although...
You have gone wrong once.
Well, you know David Wenham, right?
Yeah, alright, yeah. Ginger.
Gorgeous. Stunning, gorgeous man.
What part of his filmography is the top?
Better Than Sex.
Alright, okay. He was hot in that?
Yeah.
Do you have that on DVD?
No.
No. My mum has one.
I have photographic memory. I can see his butt right now. Yeah. Stunning, beautiful man. Yeah. So, I like the strawberry blondes as well.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. But the level of hairiness, I have to say, I do like a decent amount of chest hair.
Hmm.
And if they can grow a beard, that is preferable.
That's what I thought, because, some girls are, like, so anti. I'm just like, I thought that, wasn't like, what's the guy from Baywatch?
Well, don't ask me.
Hoffert, the Hofster?
Oh, yeah, that
Hasselhoff?
Yay! Yeah, that's
Is
it.
it Hasselhoff?
Yeah.
He was like the pinnacle of
That's
male
too much.
sexuality for
No,
a
slightly
decade.
less. Quite a bit less, actually. About
Okay.
half of that would be fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm. I would have thought it'd be like all or nothing.
No. There is too much. I have a friend that is ridiculously hairy, and it frightens me when he takes his shirt off. It really frightens me because it's in ringlets.
Oh, okay.
He has ringlet body hair.
All right. He really needs to comb it or something.
Comb it? He needs to
Hair
wax it.
straighten it.
Straightening would be funny. Although it would probably look better if he did.
Mm.
But, yeah, that's too much body hair. But, I mean, I've dated guys that couldn't grow a beard, and it was really kind of sweet in a pedo way. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, where's my notebook?
Just made me feel much younger. I'm like, oh, I'm back in my teenage years.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
guy can't even grow a beard. And he's 24 or whatever. It's kind of nice. But, I mean, he's certainly not a man. He's still a boy. Hasn't finished puberty yet.
Yeah.
That's a worry.
Yeah.
You know? I at 25, you'd expect that most of them would have finished puberty by now. No. No.
Do you think they had issues dating an older woman, or they were like, yeah, totally into it?
They love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They think it's hilarious or awesome. I don't know the distinction.
I guess you're not that old, so it's not that big a deal. Huh?
And I look 19 anyway. And today I was looking 17 anyway.
Alright.
So, yeah. I have kind of been offended before when someone my own age would approach me and I'd think, oh my god, you're such a pedo if you like me. Even though I'm not young. Yeah. Just 'cause I look
Oh my
young.
god.
I know, it's so messed up, isn't it?
No.
There's something wrong with that.
Yeah, I guess
I'm okay with admitting it.
But you don't like older men, do you?
No, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I really can't.
You're like, you want to be the cougar.
It's not that I want to be the cougar, my god. It's just that there's no freaking point going older because they're just as dumb as the 20-year-olds. They're just as
But
useless.
more
And
money. No.
I have money. I am fine.
Okay.
I can support myself. I don't need to date a guy to
Yeah, but don't
feed
you want to
me.
like get knocked up and then not work?
Well,
Sorry.
technically speaking, okay, if the guy's earning the same amount of money as me, I could quite easily... we could try to have a kid together on my salary, but it would be a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although lots of people do it, but I just couldn't because
I have people who
I have
friends who-
standards.
I don't know if they even have any.
I have needs.
You have a level of living that you
I like
become
to go
accustomed
out and eat at nice places.
Oh, really? So
on
it
a
was a
weekly
bad move
basis.
trying to get you to come have tacos.
I love tacos. I love burritos. I love Mexican. I love really easy food.
Yeah.
Yeah. I quite often make tacos and burritos.
Yeah.
Nachos. Just because it's just a pile of food and you just kind of shove it in your
it's
face.
just like,
Yeah, that's how I eat. It's special.
I didn't even offer you a knife and fork. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, obviously if I needed one I would have asked,
Okay.
but I don't need them. I definitely use my hands.
It would be hard to eat a taco with a knife and fork. Unless you get like soft tacos, maybe.
Even then, no, I would have to use my hands.
Yeah.
That's another thing. The guy cannot be finicky about his food.
All right.
My mum and I had a discussion about this recently, actually, because the guy I was dating a while back, Splinter Cell boy, liked his food.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, he wasn't fat, but he was just a little bit chubby.
Yeah.
Which was nice, you know. He wasn't finicky about his food.
Yeah.
He was quite comfortable with his body, and I mean, most blokes are, but I mean, I've dated anorexic boys before,
Yeah.
and it's just a freaking disaster because they're just constantly like, oh, you know, do my legs look fat? Does this look
Really?
okay? And it's like dating a woman, and it's really freaky. And
Oh my
then I'm
God.
just like, oh my God.
You might as well date a woman.
So my mum was telling me how a man that likes his food likes sex.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's a good sign that he's going to be a man's man.
But that didn't work out.
No, he liked Splinter Cell.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, he likes food, but no, he prefers video games.
Mm.
So mum was half right.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, well, I guess he's passionate about something.
Yeah.
Just not the right stuff.
Just not me. Oh, too late.
Well, yeah.
Mm,
And you're talking about ambition?
ambition.
Like grand ambitions, like,
Yeah.
I'm going to save the world, I'm going to stop the
No,
whales being
just
shot in
like-
the ocean.
I don't know. Some sort of direction in life. Some idea of what they want to do and what they want to accomplish. Because as much as I love my 20-year-old,
Yeah.
my favourite little boy, he has no direction in life.
Oh, was that the Splinter Cell guy?
No,
okay.
this was my toy boy
Alright,
many
okay.
years ago.
So you haven't checked up on him
No,
recently?
not
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
No, maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a year. No, not even. It was on my birthday.
Yeah. He came to your
Woohoo.
birthday?
Yes,
That's a good sign.
you could put it like
You
that.
invite him this year?
No.
Oh, he's getting
No.
cut. Yeah.
Well, I turned 25 last year,
So now,
and I went out on the town after
Yeah.
because I had a girly party.
yeah, yeah.
And then, of course, I thought it was a fantastic idea to message my ex, who was a toy boy.
Mm.
And
Well, that's right.
lo and
You
behold,
like the
he was
drunken
out.
calls, yeah.
Yeah, me and my mobile phone, we have a love-hate relationship. So it was about like maybe only 1 o'clock in the morning or
Yeah.
something, not very late, on a Friday night. And he was out, I was out.
Yeah, yeah.
He was very sweet and very drunk, and it was his birthday the week before.
Mm.
It seemed appropriate at the time.
Yeah.
But he has no direction in his life.
Mm.
Doesn't mean to say that I don't still like him,
Yeah, yeah.
because I'm a sucker.
What, how old is he now?
20.
I don't know, maybe yes, give
I'm
him a
gonna
few
have-
more years, bake him in
I
the
am
oven.
going to have
put
to
him in
wait
the
for
oven.
him to be 35 before he is going to do
Alright,
anything
okay.
with his life. And quite frankly, I could quite easily do that. Just because I have that many distractions, I really could.
Mm.
And I'm unlikely to meet anyone else.
Sure. I bet you like we'll come back next year, do a anniversary
yeah.
of the show, and you'll be like, you'll
Oh,
have
I've
2
been
kids
married
by-
3
Yeah.
times and got 9
Yeah.
children.
It'll be awesome.
Yeah. No, probably not.
Right.
I'll be a cat lady.
So he doesn't, but he has no direction, and he does not play video games.
He does play video games, but
Okay.
he...
Just not while you're there.
Not while I'm there. Well, actually, I don't go to his house.
Okay. He comes to yours
Yeah.
because he lives with his parents.
Yeah.
Alright.
Lives in a caravan. In his parents' backyard.
Really?
I can really pick him.
The story gets better every day.
Oh, he's such a sweet kid, though. He's so sweet and genuine and honest and kind, and
Yeah.
that's what was important to me.
Mhm.
He came up to me, introduced himself, and was a complete gentleman,
Yeah, yeah.
and he wasn't disgusting to me.
Mm.
And that was the first time in forever that someone was not disgusting to me.
Yeah.
So I kind of just latched on and
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
let go.
So what? How did it end?
He broke up with me
Oh, okay.
about a year later.
You found something better.
No, well, he said it was getting too serious.
Oh, I see. Right. He wanted.
And
to
he was
go out and
right.
have
It
fun.
was getting a bit too
Yeah, yeah.
serious because, had a pregnancy scare,
Alright.
with the 18-year-old, and it's just like, this is too much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds a bit crazy to me.
Which part? The pregnancy scare or the 18-year-old?
Oh, just like even if you were 18-year-old and you did have a pregnancy scare with your older girlfriend, and then you just suddenly run away.
He didn't run away.
would
He
you run
didn't know
to?
when he broke up with me.
Okay.
I had to tell him after.
Okay.
Yeah. Really bad timing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I guess you got him on Facebook and
But
keep track of him.
he was the most mature guy.
Mm.
Strangely, like,
Yeah.
I've dated guys between the ages of 18 and 27,
Mm-hmm.
and out of all of those guys that I've dated,
Yeah.
he's 18 and he's the most mature and thoughtful and kind person I've met.
Oh, right.
That says a lot.
Yeah.
It's messed up. And he's not university educated.
Yeah.
He finished year 12. He has no ambition to do anything with his life.
Yeah.
And
So what does he do? Does he have a job?
he has a job. Yeah, he's a delivery boy.
Oh, okay. Like pizza or
Fitness equipment.
fitness equipment? Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Yes, continue
What's-
staring at me. Yes, it is.
No, I'm not judging.
No, I'm not feeling judged. I'm like,
No.
it's that cliche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Delivery boy.
So what does
meets
his
professional
peer
woman.
group do?
They're all at uni.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's just the random one out of the loop.
Well, they're all friends from high school.
Yeah.
And so all his friends are all at uni. He's the only one that didn't go to uni, including his girlfriends from high school as well, because he went to a public school. And one of those girls is actually married now as well. At
Who would
20.
expect a public school?
I know. But even my school, not most, I can't say most, a lot of the girls, there's about 150 of us, but a lot of the girls are married and pregnant and babies and whatever. And it's true, hardly any of them became professional women.
Yeah.
You know, it's 30% will go to university and then only like 10% will actually finish the degree.
Yeah.
And then only maybe a tiny percent of that will actually practice in that profession and continue on beyond the first 6 months.
Yeah.
I'm in a very tiny little group of people.
Yeah.
It's horribly incestuous.
But that's not by choice. You'll give it up in the second round.
I was going to give it up for him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was, like, during that pregnancy scare, I was absolutely going to drop it all. And, like, of course, I'd have to be getting my parents to help out, which they would in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And I did discuss it with them. And they were fine with it. They were just as terrified as I was, but they're like, whatever you need, I'll be there. Like, but please don't get pregnant.
So you did discuss it with them?
I did. I
Yeah.
was very prepared.
You have a very close-knit family. It's
I
always a
do.
weird concept to me.
We talk about everything. We have to. I don't really have anyone else to talk to about it, really.
Yeah.
No one else would possibly... None of my friends would possibly be sympathetic towards me getting knocked up by an 18-year-old. My God, how stupid am I? Like, really freaking stupid. It was not the most stupid thing I've ever done, but it's certainly up there. But the fact that I wasn't pregnant at the end, and the fact that I was disappointed in not being pregnant at the end, said a lot about my position in work and my professional life and how much I hated it, and how disappointed I was that I didn't have an excuse to keep him around.
It's, I don't know.
Because I haven't seen him much
Girls
since.
are crazy.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
If anything, I hope to have established that firmly in your mind.
Don't worry about it, It happens.
What happened? Crazy women happen?
Crazy happens.
Yeah.
Should make a t-shirt out of that.
I'm sure someone already
Just for
has.
girls.
Just for me? Crazy happens?
No,
That's
you're
me.
the least crazy person. That's why you're here
Are you
tonight.
joking?
Because a lot of the other girls in my life, I'd probably fear for my life. I mean, that's not true. There's some lovely girls out there.
There are some men that I would kill.
Yeah.
Just to put that out
so
there.
let's just get the crazy
Just
out.
so you know,
Okay.
I would hurt them
Yeah.
if I saw them ever again.
Are these exes or just pin people?
They may be exes, yes.
Yeah.
I would hurt them. I'd probably run away first
Yeah.
and then go and find a weapon and come back and hurt them after I've got some confidence. But I would run away first and maim them severely. You know who you are.
They do know who they are.
Yes, they do.
You told them. I'm thinking.
Oh, they
killing
absolutely... No, I didn't say that. No, of course not. I'm the silent stalker type.
All right. Yeah. Add them on Facebook and then just watch them just intently.
I did add my exes on Facebook,
yeah.
and I did contact them to get some closure, strangely enough.
Did it work?
It did.
So what, do you chat on Facebook? Or
No,
do you
I deleted
call
them
up?
straight after that.
Okay.
The second I got my
But
closure,
where'd
I'm
the
like,
closure-
I'm getting out of that.
But where'd the closure go? Like on Facebook or
On
did you
Facebook, I was
organise a
talking
meetup
to...
or?
No. I was talking to one of them, and he's moved overseas, thank God. And I'm just like, how's your life going? What are you doing? And we had a very civilized Facebook chat.
Yeah.
And by chat I mean message, not as in the instant message thingy. And although I'd already confronted him about all the shitty things he did to me, so I didn't have to talk about that. I just wanted to know if his life sucked or not.
Yeah.
And it sounded pretty sucky. I mean, he made it sound nice and everything, but I knew he was lying. Yeah.
So you just want to know that he was unhappy.
Yes.
Oh,
well, his punishment for being mean to me,
Yeah.
and being a horrible boyfriend is that he will
he
never
was
be
mean to
happy.
you?
Oh, he was the worst. He was
no.
awful. Yes.
Sad to hear.
It is. It's
I mean,
a
girls do
shame.
have the first girl I was like with 5 years later came back and said, you know, I was actually in love with you and you ruined my life and blah, blah, blah.
shit.
And I was like, I could even now, I mean, I was obviously stupid and young back then, but even now I can look back and I'm like, there's no time where I ever thought I actually considered that she was actually in love with me. I thought we were just like mucking around. But.
Oh, crap.
And I like to think I'm kind of sensitive about those things, but obviously back then I was not. I totally...
Well, no, me and this boyfriend, you know, we did all the I love yous and everything. Yeah. It was very serious.
So we never had that. We were just like...
No, you didn't even have...
I guess we didn't talk.
No.
Enough.
Oh.
Yeah,
were you much younger?
I was like 15, turning 16.
Yeah. See, at that age, it's very hard to trust those feelings. And
the thing is, I was like... I don't know. She was like a... what do you call them? To me, she was a rebound. And I thought she was like
I always
totally
fall
down
for the
with
rebounds.
that.
Oh,
So-
well, see, that's your lack of discussion. That failed you
I
there.
feel so bad now. I mean, it was a long time ago. Even now, it's been...
You actually feel bad?
It's 5 years since she actually came back and said that to me.
But do you actually feel bad?
Yeah. Because
you genuinely feel bad that you screwed around and she felt something and you didn't?
Well, I mean...
Is it actually a bad feeling or just a regret that you weren't more honest with
Well, it's
her?
not like it would change the situation. Like, if she had told me how she felt, then I would be like, no, I'm not interested. But...
Oh.
It's not like a regret.
Because I was thinking maybe it was a wasted opportunity to have a wonderful romantic experience, and no. Of course not.
It was just
Death to romance.
You know, I just found her very attractive, but I didn't actually, you know, I wasn't like her as a person, you know.
You didn't love her.
Yeah. There was no... I don't regret that. I just regret that she, you know, was like, I made someone that upset.
You didn't like her as a person?
No, like... no,
I mean, that's really
I did
mean.
like her as a friend, but, you know...
Did you like her as a person, though? That's different.
There was some things that I didn't, you know...
Oh.
Not like I hated her, but you know how some people
There were some deal breakers that meant that you couldn't go further?
Yeah, she was a bit aloof about certain things and stuff like that.
She wasn't honest.
She was just not a James person. A Jimmy person, you know?
Okay, well, what is this Jimmy person?
Pardon?
What do you mean she's not a Jimmy person? She just doesn't get
Well,
you?
it's going back a long time. I can't remember what it was, but it was just...
Sounds like she just didn't understand you as a person.
Yeah.
And she just did her own thing and...
Yeah, well, I mean, she just didn't tell me. I mean, if she had said, look, I'm in love with you, what do you think? I would have been able to talk to her then about it, but...
But at 15, are you joking?
Yeah.
15-year-olds talking about love in a mature and honest and open way?
That's the thing, I was so preoccupied by the previous girl. She was still on my mind. I guess I ignored her. I probably was a total jerk to her.
How did you meet
and
the
I hate
rebound
being a
girl?
jerk to someone, so I...
How did the rebound girl happen? Was it just a friend that kind of happened more?
Yeah, we just flirted a lot. you know, it was one of those situations we got stuck in the same room and it happened. Yeah.
I'm here, you're here, no one else is around.
It was a very small environment that I was in there, and there's not many people to choose from.
Was it a garage?
No, I'm just talking. I'm talking about the general, social group. I'm not talking about the.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, the girlfriend before that, totally just ruined everything.
Yeah.
Just
to this day, probably
obliterated.
Yeah.
I would have to say that teenage relationships
I did meet one
do
girl.
ruin
I only
your life.
met like one girl after that I actually liked, but then even then I'm just like, I just don't have that passion, the same passion I had.
You'll never have the same passion that you did when you were a teenager.
I'm stuck.
Because after, your first teenage relationship or your first relationship, you'll never get that feeling, that
I just felt like that one we
again.
had so much in common, and it just happened.
You'll guard yourself.
In all reality, we should not have been together. But
why not?
Because we were, it was like, the princess and the pauper kind of situation.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
But we were just, we had the right chemistry.
Excuse?
Yeah.
That was your excuse. The whole "I have nothing to offer you" syndrome.
No. I mean, I had plenty to offer. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay,
then
there are certain politics when you're younger.
Yeah.
Some people can't get involved, but
You're
we
in
did.
Different groups.
Yep, different groups.
Yeah, well,
different age
that's
groups.
Crap. Different age groups.
Back then, that was a big deal.
It would have been. You were
even a few months was a big deal, back then.
A few months. Was she older than you?
Yep.
I dated someone older than me when I was a teenager.
Yeah, but that was a guy,
deal.
so it's different. A guy, yeah.
I was older.
A year 8 dating a year 9.
Yeah, dodgy.
Yeah. When it's the guys in year 8.
Oh, hey, awesome. I did that.
And all the year 9 guys would just be like trying to like beat me up.
Oh crap!
'Cause I'd stolen one of their harem,
Oh, for Christ's sake! I hope you were taller than them by that stage.
Yeah, I mean, it never. I look back on now, it was actually pretty severe, like bullying, but it never bothered me because I was just like in love with this girl, Yeah.
Well, I can understand that. Was
and
she
like
in love
I was
with
a fairly influential person in year 8, so it's like, I had a big ego back then, so it wasn't.
I can imagine. Teenage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it a long relationship?
No. Well, back then it was.
Oh, well, 6 months
now
forever.
6 months was forever. Now it's like
nothing. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I feel bad that this girl actually was, apparently devastated, by me, and I just...
The rebound girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even think it was anything.
Were they friends?
No, they didn't know each other.
No. Well, that's good. That's a start.
Yeah.
It's worse when you date the friend.
Yeah, no.
Because one of my ex-boyfriends decided it would be a fantastic idea to continue to date the rest of my friends in my group in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was the first of about 3 or 4 girls, and then he ended up knocking one of them up.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew a girl who dated everyone except me. Oh, like I didn't actually know her, so it was like she probably would have dated me if she knew me. That's what that was my theory.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. Oh.
She dated everyone else I knew.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair.
I didn't actually find this out until...
Her name wasn't Lexi, was it?
I didn't actually meet her in real life till, like, we were all much, much older. So.
Not Lexi? I knew a girl in high school.
Right,
not at my
school.
school.
Is that the girl with sideburns?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
No. She was this big fat girl. And she just screwed everyone.
All right.
It was really disgusting.
She liked to put out.
She really did. A lot. Most of the guy friends that I had in high school had...
Where did the guy friends come from?
Christchurch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that your sister?
No.
Brother school?
My brother's school was Scotch.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't get along with the Scotch people?
No, I did. I dated a couple of Scotch boys. Friends with a couple of Scotch boys. But...
Do you know a guy called Stephen?
My brother?
No. A Scotch guy.
Yes, my brother.
Stephen. No, but your age.
My age.
Same would have been the same year as you. I can't remember his last name. He came to Perth Mod after.
Oh, so he wouldn't have been in the year 12 group.
No, he would have left in year 11.
Well, unless he was involved in music, I wouldn't have known him.
Okay. What did you play? I think I've asked you
Violin.
before. Violin. Okay. And you're a big muso band camp girl.
Band camp girl. Yeah.
Did you guys go on school camps with the
Yeah.
Scotch college kids and stuff?
No, we went away with Trinity boys
Oh, Trinity boys.
for singing.
God, you guys were all over the place. Scotch, Christchurch,
Slutty.
Trinity.
Yeah. I was thinking about this the other day, actually. I realised that I'd completely forgotten about this horrible thing that I did on camp with Trinity boys.
Yeah, yeah.
I could have gotten into so much trouble, and I never did. And I could have gotten the boys into a hell of a lot of trouble too.
Yeah.
I stayed over in the boys' dorm.
Oh, right.
Like, I didn't do anything, but like we were just hanging out the whole
Yeah.
night, and I'm just like, fuck that, I'm not leaving. It's cold.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, move over.
That was even a big deal back in public school. Like, this one couple did it on a Year 12 camp, and even my mum found out about it through a P&C meeting.
Yeah, so no one talked about it. It was no big deal.
Yeah.
And teachers didn't find out. The other girls didn't care. They didn't even notice that I wasn't even there. That's how much big of a band geek I was. Even within the band, no one cared.
Oh, no.
So, you know, I rock up the next morning in the girls' dorm.
What, did you sleep in a guy's bed?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Didn't do anything, as far as I know.
You were asleep.
I was asleep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm so naive. Oh my god.
This is one of the beginning of the stupid things.
Beginning of
list.
There certainly wasn't the beginning of the stupid things that I've done.
Oh, okay.
But it was one. It's in the top 5
Yeah,
stupid things that I have done.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, it was with a ranger. So
Alright.
you know, I'm
A
supportive.
ranger?
Huh?
What's a ranger?
Redhead.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You don't know ranger?
Sometimes people describe a ranger as a discriminatory term.
It is.
Yeah. But I was probably based on redheads being ugly, and so
Oh,
anyone who's ugly is now a
no.
ranger.
Oh, that's a horrible thing to say. No, he was lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you searching him on Facebook now?
I don't remember his name.
Oh no. Let's get
Joe. His name was Joe, but I don't remember anything else.
Joe. Do you have any other Scotch college friends who would have been the same year as him, and you can look on their friends list?
No, he was Trinity.
Okay, Trinity. Do you have any Trinity friends?
I could go back to my parents' place and find the photo of that group,
yeah.
of the singing group thingy, and figure out which one he is. But I can't be bothered. And it would probably be creepy.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, remember me? Like, I slept next to you.
Hey, if a girl did that to me, I'd be like, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
It would
I
blow
love
your mind?
old context situations like that.
I was 16.
Yeah.
I was
16. Oh, I was thinking, imagine you're like 12.
Oh, no, I was 16.
Oh,
I was
okay.
going through one of my very public anorexic phases.
Oh, okay.
Losing my mind very
Yeah.
slowly. Losing weight much quicker. And
A lot of the girls I meet through
yeah.
PAC seem to have
Really?
eating disorder past you.
Pack girls?
Maybe it's just one of those things. Yeah,
I think it's just actors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you'll find that it's just the actors that
Yeah.
have eating disorders, really, because you know they're in front of the camera.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They have body image issues.
Yeah,
I'm including myself in that because I was looking at some of the rashes today from Latia's, and
yeah. The camera adds 4 pounds. or
the
whatever.
camera angles were not always very flattering,
Yeah.
and the first stuff that I was looking at, I'm like, oh my god, 1, I look really young, and 2, I look really tired.
Yeah, yeah.
Really tired, and I didn't stay up that late last night. I would have maybe 12, 1 o'clock or something.
You do look tired.
Thank you. I look tired.
Is that bad? Sorry. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm concerned.
You are not concerned. You're just making fun of me.
No, I would never make fun of you.
I am tired. I could sleep
I mean,
for
not
days.
always.
But no making fun of me. It was disturbing to see myself like that because, you know, when you look in the mirror, you're just like, yeah, it's my face, whatever. And then you see yourself doing something on film, and you're just like, oh God, what am I doing with my face?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'd just been to an audition, and I'd looked like that.
You're like, oh no, what must they have thought? That was theatre, you know? There's no cameras, is
Well,
there?
theatre, you're further back away from the audience. They can't see. It's
They have
not
a
a
camera?
close-up. No camera.
Yeah.
They did take photos of us,
Yeah.
like to remember who's who.
Yeah, I had a job interview the other day and they took photos on that. And they sort of were just like going, I'm like, wait.
They got us to
give me a
line
chance
up,
to pose.
like
Yeah.
in a lineup, and
And I was probably going,
photos.
you know, what's this?
To be honest, I was trying to do a photo as if I were the character that I wanted to be. Yeah. Geeky 17-year-old awkward girl.
So you're like...
Yeah, I tried to do a timid little smile. That's just going to look stupid. She promised not to post them on Facebook and abuse the privilege.
All right. Yeah.
I'm going to hold her to that.
Something?
No, of course not. No. Signing things are silly.
Yeah.
Sign nothing.
You've been following the Bangkok red shirt protest?
A little bit, yeah.
What is a red shirt?
It's a protester. And I understand
why are they called red shirts?
Because they wear red shirts.
Oh, really? I saw some photos. I haven't seen any red shirts. Maybe
I understand that what they want is democracy.
Oh, yeah, because they have that coup there.
That coup. Yeah. They're fighting for the right to vote for, the leaders of their country.
Yeah.
And they want the election to be held sooner rather than later for obvious reasons. That's all I understand of it. It's unfortunate they have to fight like that. It's pretty crap.
Yeah, you go there, it doesn't seem like that unhappy a country. It's weird.
I'm very, very glad I do not have to fight for that. And then I have the opportunity to abuse that privilege.
We might get Tony Abbott in, and then suddenly things are going to change.
Oh, budgie smugglers for everyone.
Yeah.
Oh.
He came into work the other day. He's quite a lot taller than...
Really?
He appears on TV.
Ah, 6 foot?
Like
above?
7 foot.
Really? That's huge.
I don't know. I mean, I'm 6'4". He look taller than me.
You're 6'4"?
6'2".
6'2". Still taller than I thought. Although I've not really paid attention.
I don't know. Maybe I've shrunk. I don't measure myself.
I doubt you've shrunk.
Since I'm 18.
Playboy Playmate of the Year 2010.
What are you looking at?
Playboy Playmate of the Year 2010. That's what I'm looking at.
Why Playboy?
It was Daily Telegraph. I'm trying to give myself another eating disorder.
Oh, okay. What's the hip new thing?
What's the hip new...
Eating disorder.
Oh, well, actually...
Oh, is diuretics? Isn't that like...
Oh, no, that's so passé.
Okay.
The new eating disorder is going super organic, and I think it starts with O, the name they've given it. I can't quite remember, but it's an obsessive compulsive disorder where you can only ever eat organic products, and you're like super strict about what you eat. You carry around your own food, and it's very psycho. I don't think I could be bothered doing that, although I have been known to carry around a lunchbox occasionally when I'm organised, and I would like to do that, but it takes a lot of planning.
There was a guy at my school who used to always carry around like little tiny little lunch boxes of like nuts and raisins and trail mix.
I think that's nice. I could
like
get into that.
Boost his metabolism by always eating in class.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Well, I can understand that. Was he fat?
I think when he started, but I think he did eventually lose weight.
Yeah. Well, the trick to losing weight is stop eating.
Well, he did it by eating more, but just more
constantly.
Yeah.
Well, the way I did my anorexia was I would have one slice of bread, and I would put that into a little plastic bag, and every time I would get a hunger pain, I would break off a tiny little piece, and I would just hold that in my mouth, and then when the hunger pain stopped, I would like swallow it, and that was it.
Yeah.
And eventually the hunger pains would just stop, and I would just feel crap the whole time and would not eat anything at all.
Yeah. That's how you taught yourself.
That's
Trained
how
yourself,
I weaned myself off food.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't a reward to eat bread. It was
punishment.
It was still a punishment because I was weak.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a weakness to give in. But I was going to faint if I didn't eat it.
Yeah.
And I felt very nauseous, but I felt nauseous 100% of the time anyway. So it was very confusing.
So you do the whole diet soda and Tic Tac thing?
Oh, I still do the diet soda stuff, but I don't do Tic Tacs. That's a waste of calories. I traded that sort of thing for just vegetables. I lived on vegetables because you can eat as many tomatoes as you like with no calories.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I lived
And
on
it's like,
tomatoes.
isn't lettuce like it?
I didn't
there's
bother
more
with
energy
lettuce.
to burn up.
No, that's celery.
Okay.
These Playboy Playmates aren't doing anything for me. They're really dull. They have lots of hair, but they're really boring.
Playgirl
And they've got
Playmates.
really awful skin.
These guys or girls?
They're girls. Nah, nothing. Awful, awful, awful.